Okay, let's look at example 5. It says let blank, then 3r plus 1/2 equals 3/7 is true. So basically what I need to do is figure out what r is. So looking at this equation, I want to get r by itself. So I look at the term next to the variable term, which is the positive 1/2, and so I'm going to subtract 1/2 from both sides of the equal sign. So remember, these will cancel, and I'm left with 3r equals 37/2 minus 1/2. You can do this on your calculator, or these already have a common denominator, so 37 minus 1 is 36. The denominator stays the same. Okay, 36 divided by 2 is an even number, so I'm going to go ahead and reduce this. 36 divided by 2 is 18. So I just simplified that. Now I want to get r by itself, so that's multiplication. So I'm going to do the opposite, which is divide both sides of the equal sign by 3. And I get r on the left-hand side equals 6. So it says let r equal 6, then that equation is true. Example 6 says the air temperature T in degrees Fahrenheit at an altitude h in feet above a particular area can be approximated by this formula, where G is the temperature on the ground directly below. So G is the temperature on the ground. If the ground temperature is 76, so this just told me G, at what altitude? This right here tells me what I'm solving for. At what altitude tells me I'm solving for the variable h. So I'm going to use that in a minute. Will the air temperature drop to freezing, 32 degrees Fahrenheit? So this is my air temperature, T. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure I can plug everything in correctly. So T is 32 equals negative, I don't need that 0 in front, it's just kind of to show you there's a decimal place there. H, remember, is what we were solving for, plus G, which was 76. And notice when I write the equation out, I leave the units out till the very end. Okay, so this is combined properties. First thing I need to do, I'm trying to solve for h, so I'm going to move this term over that does not have a variable to the positive 76. So I'm going to subtract 76 from both sides of the equal sign. And then go ahead and do 32 minus 76. And you should get negative 44 equals negative 0.002h. So now we want to get h by itself. We're going to do the opposite here. It says multiplication. We're going to divide both sides by negative 0.002. And so we're going to do that over here as well. And then go ahead and do that division on your calculator. And negative 44 divided by negative 0.002 is 22,000. And a lot of times when I'm putting this in my calculator, I'll actually leave the signs out because I know a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So I could just, I could just leave the signs out of the calculator if you just remember that a negative and a negative is positive. That's up to you. And the last thing we need to do is include feet. So 22,000, this is my altitude, h, and it says in feet. So it's 22,000 feet. Always remember your units in a word problem.